Abraham, the father of faith, he's a giant figure in the Bible, and his life is full of stories that still resonate today. Let's dive into his family life, specifically his wives. Yeah, he had a few. Abraham's wives. 1. Sarah, Genesis 11:29-31. His main wife and partner who struggled with infertility for years. Her story is one of faith, laughter, and ultimately joy. Sarah was a woman of great beauty and strong faith, but she also had her moments of doubt and weakness. She laughed when God promised her a son, thinking it was impossible, Genesis 18:12-15. But God reminded her that nothing is impossible with him, Genesis 18:14. Sarah's story teaches us about the importance of faith and trust in God's promises. She was a woman who wanted to please God, but she also had her own desires and plans. Her life shows us that it's okay to have doubts and fears, but we should always trust in God's goodness and sovereignty. 2. Hagar, Genesis 16:1-3. Sarah's Egyptian maidservant, who became Abraham's concubine and bore him Ishmael. Hagar's story is one of complexity, pain, and God's loving care. She was a victim of circumstance, caught between Sarah's desperation and Abraham's weakness. But God saw her and cared for her, Genesis 16:7-13. Hagar's story teaches us about God's love and care for the marginalized and oppressed. She was a woman who was used and discarded, but God saw her and promised to bless her, Genesis 16:10. Her life shows us that God is a God of justice and compassion, who cares for the poor and the vulnerable. 3. Keturah, Genesis 25:1-4. Abraham's wife after Sarah's death, who gave birth to 6 children, Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Keturah's story is a reminder that God continues to bless and use us, even in our old age. Abraham was 140 years old when he married Keturah, Genesis 25:1, and she bore him 6 children. Keturah's story teaches us about God's faithfulness and provision. She was a woman who trusted God and was blessed, even in her old age. Her life shows us that God is a God of new beginnings, who can bring life and joy to our dry bones, Ezekiel 37:1-14. The Bible doesn't sugarcoat Abraham's life. It shows us the good, the bad, and the messy. His story teaches us about faith and trust in God's promises, even when things seem impossible. The complexities of family relationships and cultural norms. God's sovereignty and love, even in the midst of human mistakes. The importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. God's faithfulness and provision. Even in our old age, Abraham's life was a life of faith, and he is remembered as the father of faith. Romans 4:16, Galatians 3:7. He trusted God even when he didn't understand, and God counted his faith as righteousness. Genesis 15:6, Romans 4:3. Let's learn from Abraham's story and trust God, even when things seem impossible. Let's remember that God is a God of justice and compassion, who cares for the poor and the vulnerable. And let's live a life of faith, trusting in God's goodness and sovereignty. Every step of the way, please subscribe. God bless you.